Okay, welcome back to CJack TV. This is another video. This one is going to be on 2001 Seadoo GTX RFI. The problem I had with this one, couldn't get it to turn over, and brought it in, had the mechanic look at it. They told me what I needed to do, fuel pump, this, that, and the other. Got it running, got it back, took it out on the water, died on me. These videos that I do are basically to help those do-it-yourselfers like myself when you run into jams with stuff. I've ran out of faith with the mechanics that I've taken it to, and I've chosen to work on this one myself. So with my diagnosis and looking into things, it wouldn't turn over. So the first thing I did was checked at the fuel pump, just narrow things down, see if it was getting fuel. Found out where the fuel pump was, and also the main thing I was looking at really was the filter, to see, well, maybe the filter needs to be changed, it could be clogged. After reading some forums that I was able to find, so I checked for the fuel filter, and with this system it is attached to the fuel pump. So found out where the fuel pump was, pulled it out, lo and behold, looks like an old fuel pump, and there's no fuel filter. There was no fuel filter, and when I pulled it out, looked in the tank, there was no fuel filter loose in the tank. And maybe I thought it was in the tank and it fell off, and there just was no fuel filter, period. So down at the bottom, in the hull of this Seadoo, that is where the fuel pump was mounted. You have to take, I don't know, about 8 to 10 little screws off, get that out of there, unhook 3 lines, simple to take off. So when you get that out, your fuel pump's going to look like this. Now that this piece at the top, if you don't know, you think it does turn, but you're not removing that. You're gonna take all the screws out to get this thing out, and you have to search for your model, look for the type of filter it has. And so the filter is going to go on the bottom, and that's what you see there. That's the gas filter for this thing, fuel filter. So did everything to get that off. It took some figuring out, because there's an internal filter also that goes on the inside of this. So if you have the grommets and the washers or whatever to attach that in there, great. If not, you got to try to find a hose to fit the outside and inside diameter of the bottom of that fuel pump. When you get it open, you'll see what that's all about. There's 2 screws. That one you see there, and the one on the other side. There's a little pins in there that you got to knock out to get this bottom piece off. That whole thing comes out. If it's an older one, there's just some scale or whatever that's holding that in. So just gently tap that out. You can go in from the top through here with the long screwdriver and just tap on the bottom of that, and it'll eventually pop out. And you'll see where that internal filter is going to sit. There's not a lot of videos on that. Actually, it was only one video, maybe one other forum that I saw on this actual thing. So I'm showing a lot more than what was out there. So I'm gonna fit this, back inside. You got to be careful of that float right there, because that's where your Seadoo's going to read the level of your gas, so be careful you don't bend that when you take this in and out. I'm going to attach this back in there. I'm going to put some ethanol free gas. I got all the gas out, and I cleaned out that tank, because this was a used Seadoo when I got it. So I cleaned the tank out now, and this is a learning process. So I cleaned the tank out, and got all the bad gas, and there was a lot of debris and particles in there. So I'm glad that I did that. You know, at least I ease my mind of anything not that shouldn't be in the tank. So that's all cleaned out. So I'll put that together, and then we'll see how this thing goes. I'll do a part 2 of this after I get this thing together. So thanks for watching, and good luck. You can comment if you have any questions. All right, if you got any questions, just leave a comment. We'll talk to you later.